Hi, welcome to today's pep talk, fruitful versus busy. I am a fan of Joyce Meyer, and this is a concept that I heard from her, maybe a year or two ago. And she talks about how oftentimes we can be very busy, but our busyness isn't necessarily producing fruit, meaning there isn't anything really productive coming from it. It's simply just being busy. I encourage you to assess all that you're doing in your life. And are you someone who is either maybe distracting themselves with busyness, that maybe that's a way that you keep from dealing with the issues in your life that you need to face? So you've become very busy with tasks or with events or chores or whatever that might be, that it's keeping you distracted from the things that maybe you really need to be working on within yourself. Or have you just gotten to the place that you're so caught up in running from one thing to the next that you really haven't stopped to think about, is there purpose in what I'm doing? Is everything I'm involved in producing something that matters? Sometimes we can lose sight of that. We could also be a people pleaser. And we are just doing because we're attempting to please everybody around us. And again, it's not necessarily that what we're doing is feeding us or that it's productive, it's producing something, but it's simply a matter of wanting approval or wanting people to like you. It's important to really step back and look at everything that you do in your life and think about, is it just to be busy? Or is it something that's meaningful? Now, I don't want you to confuse this with me indicating that we need to be busy or doing all the time. When we take time to rest, when we take time to spend time with family or to restore ourselves, whether that's through meditation or simply sitting outside and enjoying the beautiful weather or playing with our animals, that's still productive. That's still something that's feeding you. It's giving you energy. So I don't want you to get confused with what I'm saying and indicating that I'm encouraging everybody to be overworked. That's not at all what I'm saying. It's important to assess what you're doing and ensure that what you're doing is feeding you and it's purposeful. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't times that we do things that we know maybe is something that we're doing for someone else because we just know it's a healthy thing to do for a relationship. That can happen. It's just a matter of, are you doing it all the time? I know some people who are people pleasers, and they are sacrificing themselves on a regular basis. And they're very consumed with activities that they're doing to try to please everybody around them. And I've seen parents do this, where they're running themselves ragged trying to keep up with all the activities that they want to keep their children in because they don't want their child to be disappointed or be upset with them because they've set a boundary and said no to something. So I encourage you to step back and truly assess your life and look at what you're doing. Are you involved in activities that are truly just being busy? Or is everything that you're involved in producing as well as feeding you emotionally? Thank you for joining me today, and I encourage you to do one thing purposefully to attain true pep for life.